Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the absolute ultimate foundation routine for keeping your makeup looking perfect and shine-free all day long. You're not going to have to worry about oil, sweat, your makeup transferring off, cakiness, separation. This routine will keep your skin looking literally perfect. Let's jump into it. Now, the first thing that you want to do to prep your skin and prep your base is apply a primer. This is our brand new Nikkia Cosmetics Matte Base Primer. I absolutely love this. This mattifies the skin, it smooths the skin, it minimizes pores, and it's also loaded with skincare, so it will also help hydrate your skin and heal the skin and just keep your skin happy all day while you're wearing it. Now, with primer, the goal is don't apply too much. I've used 2 pumps of this one, and I'm going to very gently smooth this over my skin. Now, this is something that I have spoken to you guys about heaps before in the past, is you don't ever want to be rubbing your products into the skin. What this does is it actually causes micro exfoliation. So you're sort of like exfoliating the skin and little bits of dead skin will come off and they will sit on top of your skin and it will make your skin less smooth and it will leave your foundation looking cakey. So with this one, gently smooth to sort of spread it all over your face and then press it in. Now, you will feel this activate because this is a mattifying primer, but it's not a mattifying primer that's heavy in silicons or heavy in that really weird like tightening kind of feeling on the skin. This one, you will notice, will give the skin a really amazing smoothed finish and the skin will appear matte, but it won't leave like a weird texture or a weird layer on top of your skin. So once that's all activated, it's all pressed in, we are ready to move to the next step. And this is again something that I have been teaching for years, but set your primer down with a translucent powder. This not only helps to really lock your primer down, but it just creates an extra layer that your oils and the shine kind of need to break through before they impact on your makeup. It's like extra insurance, if that makes sense. So I'm of course going to be using our Velvet Finishing Powder. This one does come in a pressed and a loose version, so you're totally welcome to choose, which formula suits you best. And you want to take a powder brush and pick up a tiny amount of the powder. You do not need to go in with too much, and you just really want to lightly dust that all over the skin. Now, this powder, again, is also infused with skincare ingredients, so it's really great no matter what type your skin is. It's the same with our primer, being that it's loaded with skincare as well. But just dust a really light layer of powder over the top of your primer. I always like to carry it down my neck a little bit because that smoothing power just makes me look younger. And I will link all the brushes that I use down below and everything if you're interested in checking them out. But you will notice at this point, your skin will literally feel like velvet, and that's what we want. Now, before we move into our actual foundation, I'm gonna tempt you with one more step. If you really have issues with your makeup getting oily, getting shiny, transferring off, melting, creasing, caking, separating, anything like that, I'm going to encourage you to use a couple of spritzes of a setting spray before you apply your foundation to really make sure it's locked and loaded and ready to go. This is the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day setting spray. Absolute favorite. And I'm just going to apply a few spritzes of that over the skin and then I'm just going to let it dry. Honestly, with that primer and that powder, my skin, I have no pores. It literally, those two together, it's like Photoshop. Okay, so now that our base is literally perfect, it is ready to take on the world, we are going to apply our foundation. My favorite foundation at the minute is the NARS Soft Matte Complete. Oh, this is heaven. This is a really lightweight sort of liquidy formula that really still packs a punch as far as coverage goes. She is amazing. And taking one of our Pro Perfecting sponges, I'm going to start applying this foundation to my skin in a very thin layer. This is another thing that we want to avoid if we're really wanting to get our makeup to, last the distance and look as perfect as possible. Don't be going in with mountains of product and building up really thick layers. We want to keep everything as lightweight as possible. And that also goes hand in hand with choosing a formula like this one that's really lightweight and more of like a thin formula, but that still is going to give you amazing coverage. Oh, this foundation! It makes my skin look perfect. I love it so much. So moving into concealer now, my current favorite concealer is the Hourglass Vanish. I've been really enjoying this formula lately. Similar to the NARS foundation, it packs a lot of coverage in a really nice lightweight sort of liquid kind of a formula. So you only need a tiny little bit of this one. I like to use it underneath my eyes just for extra brightening. If I've got any visible blemishes coming through, I will also use this on those. But that NARS foundation really does cover everything, so I don't really need it. And then using the exact same sponge, I'm going to blend those out. Look at how that concealer blends out. I mean, have you ever seen anything more satisfying? I personally have not. The trick with this as well is only using the tiniest amount of concealer. We do not want to be building up thick layers of product. So now we want to set everything down with a translucent powder again, smooth the complexion and just really lock everything into place. Going to be using the exact same setting powder again. And I'm pretty much going to rub the sponge in that powder, pick it up like this, and don't freak out, but you want to push that into the skin. This powder will instantly smooth the complexion. It will instantly minimize pores. It will mattify the skin, but without adding any texture. And it'll give the skin a really beautiful velvet matte finish that doesn't look flat. It will still look like skin, but a whole lot more perfect. Here is my skin with the powder. Literally melts texture. Like, you can see the difference in comparison to this side. You can still see texture. You can still see my enlarged pores. Things just don't look as perfect as they do on this side. Now, before moving into bronzer, blush, highlighter, all of those things, it's a good idea to finish with a spritz of setting spray. This will get rid of any powderiness that you potentially may have on your skin, depending on what setting powder you've used. It'll melt all the makeup together, kind of fuse it in, and it's just going to really help keep your makeup in place all day. So a couple of spritzes of this and you are done. Now, after using a setting spray to finish the routine, you do want to make sure you give it a little moment to dry. Don't go straight in with bronzers and blushes while it's still like a little bit damp on the skin. Give it time to dry down and she will be budge proof. So now you are free to apply your bronzer. Any contouring products that you want to use. Oh, my skin literally looks photoshopped. I love it. And apply your blush and highlighter. And because our base is so perfect, you can literally use whatever products you want and it's gonna look amazing. And here it is with my eyes and my lips finished. Skin literally looks photoshopped. I am not exaggerating. Try this routine and tell me that you've never seen your skin look better. And she will stay looking like this for over 16 hours, you guys. It is foolproof. So I hope today's video was helpful. Please let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. I love you guys heaps. Have an amazing day and I will catch you all in my next one. Bye.